Chosen one, hear this call, because this message has found you for a reason. The air is thick with a frequency that your spirit has already felt long before these words reached your ears. Something is shifting. The September Blood Moon Eclipse is not just another celestial event passing across the night sky. It is a decree, a divine summons, a cosmic checkpoint designed for those who walk with purpose and carry light in a world drenched in shadows. This is not a season for the faint of heart, and if you are watching this, it is because your soul already knows that you cannot approach these coming days casually. The energies surrounding this blood moon are not simply astrological. They are ancestral, karmic, and deeply spiritual. This is a time when heaven whispers in one ear, and the shadows test your resolve in the other. It is a crucible, a refining fire that will not leave you the same. Spirit has chosen you to see beyond the veil, but seeing comes with a price: stillness, discipline, and courage to face yourself at the deepest level. You are being summoned to step away from noise, away from distractions, and into a place of divine solitude. Because between the 1st and the 3rd of September, the universe will not be speaking to the masses. It will be speaking to those willing to silence the world long enough to truly listen. This is not fear-mongering. This is a sacred warning. If you are watching this, Spirit has marked you. You are not like the others, and this message is not for everyone. This is for the ones who have been feeling the call, the ones who cannot shake the sense that something massive is about to unfold. You have been feeling the pressure in your spirit, the heaviness in your chest, the signs in your dreams, and the tension in the atmosphere. That is because this eclipse is not simply happening in the heavens. It is happening inside you. You must understand, beloved soul, that this is not a season of coincidence. The timing of this blood moon is divinely orchestrated. It is not just a date on a calendar, but a line drawn in the spiritual sand. September 1st to 3rd will act as a spiritual threshold, a crossing over point where chosen souls will either rise higher or be pulled back into cycles they thought they had already escaped. This is why you have felt such intensity building in your life lately: strange encounters, abrupt endings, emotional waves that come out of nowhere. These are not random. They are signs that the spiritual realms are shifting gears, preparing to separate the wheat from the chaff, the awake from the asleep, the chosen from the called. This blood moon carries the energy of reckoning, the vibration of destiny being recalibrated. When its red light spills across the earth, illusions will shatter, masks will fall, and the spiritual warfare you've been sensing will be exposed in the natural. This is why you cannot treat these dates like any other weekend, like just another astrological event. This eclipse is a spiritual exam, and the questions on this test cannot be answered with your mind alone. They will require the full awakening of your spirit. The cosmos is aligning to amplify every frequency within you: your light, your shadows, your wounds, your wisdom. It will magnify what is true, and it will burn away what is false. This is why Spirit is whispering, be still, be alone, prepare. Because in the days to come, silence will be your shield, and solitude will be your sanctuary. Chosen one, feel the gravity of this moment. The September blood moon eclipse is not here to entertain or to inspire casual stargazing. It is here as a divine interruption. It is heaven's way of saying, enough. The time is now. You have felt the tremors of this shift for weeks, maybe even months. Sleepless nights, spiritual heaviness, waves of energy that made no logical sense. Your spirit has been on high alert, and that's because this eclipse is a spiritual mirror. It will not simply reveal what is around you, but what is within you. Everything that has been suppressed, denied, or buried deep inside will rise under this blood-red moonlight. And this is not meant to harm you, it is meant to free you. But freedom often feels like fire before it feels like peace. This is why Spirit is calling you away from crowds, from chaos, from conversations that drain your soul. The light of this eclipse is not gentle, it is surgical. It cuts through illusion. It calls you out of complacency. It is a spiritual checkpoint where your alignment will determine your assignment. Many will feel this energy but dismiss it, numbing themselves with noise and distractions. But you, chosen one, cannot afford to ignore this call. The Spirit is urging you to create sacred space in these days. because you are about to receive a download so powerful that it could alter the entire trajectory of your spiritual journey. But only if you are still enough to hear it. Listen closely, because this is a warning wrapped in love. This blood moon eclipse is not a spectacle for the eyes. It is a summons for the soul. The heavens are declaring a shift that only the spiritually awake will discern. The red hue of the moon will not just color the night sky, it will mark a season of separation. You will feel this separation in your spirit, a pulling away from certain people, habits, and even identities that no longer align with the destiny written for you. This is why solitude is not just suggested, but required. The spiritual atmosphere will be thick with messages, visions, and revelations, but these frequencies cannot cut through the noise of worldly distractions. Spirit is calling you into a holy hiding place, because the days ahead will reveal things about yourself, about those around you, and about your divine mission that could overwhelm you if you are not anchored. You have already noticed this preparation happening in your life. Perhaps friendships have dissolved suddenly. Maybe opportunities you thought were certain have been stripped away. This is not punishment, this is positioning. You are being stripped, so that you can stand before this blood moon light with nothing but your authentic self, ready to be recalibrated. Many will experience this eclipse and feel only awe at its beauty, but those with eyes to see will understand it is not merely beautiful, it is a warning. The universe is rearranging itself to reveal truth, and truth always demands a response. Chosen soul, if you have been feeling restless, if your spirit has been crying out for something you cannot yet name, know this: you are being prepared for a divine unveiling. The September blood moon eclipse is the trumpet sound in the heavens, announcing that your next chapter is ready to be birthed, but birth requires both stillness and strength. This is why Spirit is urging you to step back from the noise of the world in these days leading up to the eclipse. You are not meant to carry the weight of other people's energy right now. You are being positioned to carry revelation. The days of September 1st through 3rd are sacred days, carved out for you to meet God, Source, Spirit, whatever name you give to the divine, in the secret place. There is a reason you feel a sense of urgency, a pressure in your spirit, like something is about to break open. That's because the spiritual realm is aligning with the physical realm in a way we have not seen in years. You are about to be shown truths that others are not ready to see. You are being asked to step into a higher level of awareness, and this can only be done in solitude. The blood moon is not here to entertain. It is here to test, to refine, and to awaken. And for those who are chosen, these next few days will feel like stepping through a spiritual doorway. But here's the truth: not everyone will cross through. This is why you are being called to prepare yourself now, to create sacred space, to silence your mind, to fortify your spirit, so that when this blood moon rises, you will not be shaken, but transformed. Let us peel back the veil and look at what is happening in the heavens. This September blood moon eclipse is not just another full moon. It is a total lunar eclipse, and its timing is profound. Occurring in the first days of September, it sits at a powerful intersection of endings and beginnings. In astrology, lunar eclipses are moments of culmination. Truths are revealed. Secrets come to light. Cycles close. But a blood moon amplifies this energy exponentially. Its red glow symbolizes purification through fire, karmic closure, and spiritual rebirth. This eclipse arrives like a cosmic reset button, breaking patterns that have held you captive for lifetimes. The alignment of celestial bodies during this eclipse forms a rare energetic gateway, one that demands release before it offers renewal. The signs in the heavens are declaring a reckoning, and those attuned to spirit will feel its pull like a magnet deep in their soul. The astrological configuration reveals a stripping away of illusions on a collective level, but for chosen ones, this is deeply personal. The universe is clearing your path for what is to come, but it must first burn away what is no longer aligned. This is why you've been sensing endings, why relationships or situations have been unraveling. The blood moon is acting like a divine surgeon, cutting away everything that cannot follow you into the next dimension of your calling. Its energy is not here to destroy you, it is here to free you. But freedom requires courage, and courage requires solitude. Astrologically, This blood moon eclipse falls during a period when several planets are either retrograde or in tension with one another, amplifying the pressure you've already been feeling. Retrogrades often pull us inward, forcing us to revisit lessons, memories, and wounds that we thought we had healed. This eclipse, magnified by its blood-red light, is like a cosmic magnifying glass. It exposes every hidden crack in your foundation, so that you can rebuild on truth rather than illusion. But chosen one, understand this. Whenever such a powerful spiritual reset occurs, the spiritual warfare intensifies. The veil between worlds becomes paper-thin during an eclipse, and this makes you highly sensitive, both spiritually and physically. Negative energies, emotional heaviness, and psychic interference may swirl around you like a storm, attempting to shake you off course. That's why Spirit is insisting that you retreat into solitude. These energies are not meant to harm you, but they will test you. The blood moon is a sacred reminder that warfare often intensifies right before elevation. The enemy of your soul knows that this is a moment of divine unlocking, and distractions will rise to pull you away from stillness. Do not let them. This is your moment to anchor yourself like never before. The planets are aligning to create a window of transformation so rare, so potent, that your destiny will feel different on the other side of it. But to access it, you must be intentional, alert, and spiritually fortified. The emotional weight of this blood moon eclipse will be undeniable. Lunar eclipses always stir the emotional body, but a blood moon acts like a cosmic spotlight, illuminating every shadow you've been avoiding. Emotions you thought you had buried will surface, not to torment you, but to be healed once and for all. You may feel waves of grief for things you cannot even name, tears rising without explanation, or sudden bursts of anger, fear, or anxiety. This is not a sign that you are falling apart. This is a sign that karmic cycles are breaking. Ancestral pain, generational trauma, and old soul contracts are surfacing to be released. Spirit is using this eclipse as a purge, a spiritual detox that will cleanse your lineage and free you from patterns that have held your spirit captive for lifetimes. For many chosen ones, this emotional heaviness will feel unbearable if faced in chaotic environments, which is why solitude is essential. This is a time to sit with your emotions, to let them rise and pass like waves, and to understand that each tear is a key unlocking a door you've been trying to walk through for years. The blood moon is not here to shame you for your wounds. It is here to transform them into wisdom. But transformation is not always comfortable. This is why Spirit is calling you into isolation. You cannot rush healing under this energy. You must surrender to it. The universe is saying, let me rewrite your story, but first, let me reveal the truth you've been afraid to see. Chosen one, solitude during this eclipse is not a suggestion. It is a spiritual necessity. The blood moon is amplifying every frequency in the atmosphere. Fear, anger, confusion, but also wisdom, love, and divine downloads. If you are surrounded by noise, drama, or spiritual chaos, your energy field will absorb vibrations that are not your own. This is why Spirit is separating you, even if it feels uncomfortable. You may notice invitations being canceled, plans falling through, or an overwhelming desire to simply stay home. This is divine intervention, not coincidence. The eclipse's energy is like a lightning storm in the spiritual realm, electrifying the air with revelation and karmic endings. If you are not in a grounded and protected space, that lightning will strike you with confusion instead of clarity. Solitude allows your spirit to tune into the right frequency, to hear the whispers of your angels, guides, and higher self without interference. Think of this eclipse as a spiritual surgery. You wouldn't want a crowd around you in the operating room. Spirit is saying, come away, be still, let me work. This is why so many chosen ones are feeling exhausted, irritable, or withdrawn leading up to these dates. Your soul already knows it needs stillness to receive what's coming. Do not fight this pull toward solitude. Embrace it. It is your shield, your sanctuary, and your activation chamber. Understand this clearly. Ignoring this call to solitude will cost you clarity. This blood moon eclipse is a divine appointment, and Spirit will not shout over the noise of the world to get your attention. Those who dismiss this energy as just another moon phase will miss the messages being downloaded into the atmosphere. Chosen one, the veil is thinner than ever during this eclipse, and Spirit is pouring out instructions, warnings, and blessings for the next chapter of your life. But these downloads are subtle, sacred, and precise. They cannot be received in chaos. If you refuse stillness, you will feel restless. If you refuse solitude, you will feel confusion. The energy is too strong to ignore. It will either purify you or overwhelm you, depending on how prepared you are. This is why Spirit has been stirring your heart, pushing you toward separation, stripping away relationships, and closing doors that no longer serve your calling. The blood moon is a spiritual filter. Only those who honor the call to go inward will emerge with vision and renewed strength. Many around you will feel anxiety or anger during these days because the energy is unrelenting. But you, chosen one, are not meant to be swept away by this storm. You are meant to rise above it, to hear the divine instructions being whispered over your life. If you feel Spirit tugging on your heart to get alone, obey quickly. These next few days are not ordinary. They are a spiritual checkpoint. How you respond will determine how you ascend. Chosen one, you may have already begun to feel the signs of this spiritual shift manifesting in your physical and emotional reality. One of the clearest signals is a sudden and undeniable desire to withdraw. You may feel the urge to cancel plans, avoid social gatherings, or simply retreat into your own energy. This is not depression or antisocial behavior. This is your spirit's instinctive response to the incoming frequency of the blood moon. You are being called to protect your energy, to shield your aura, and to prepare your vessel for what Spirit is about to pour out. That deep pull towards solitude is not random. It is a divine invitation. Your higher self already knows that this moment requires focus and reverence. Trust that instinct, even if others do not understand. They cannot hear the same call you hear. You are not rejecting people. You are responding to Spirit. Another sign you may have noticed is the intensity of your dreams. In the days leading up to the eclipse, many chosen ones will experience vivid dreams that feel like more than imagination. They are prophetic downloads. You may see symbols, numbers, faces, or places that you do not yet understand. You may wake up in the middle of the night with your heart racing, feeling as though you've been somewhere else. These dreams are Spirit's way of preparing you, showing you glimpses of the spiritual battles happening beyond the veil. Pay close attention. Write them down. The blood moon will amplify this prophetic energy, and what seems cryptic now will make sense later. You are being given divine intelligence to navigate the coming season. Your intuition is also being heightened to supernatural levels. You may notice chills running through your body for no reason, hearing your name when no one is around, or feeling strong gut instincts about situations and people. This is not paranoia. It is spiritual sensitivity. The eclipse energy is activating your inner compass so that you can discern truth from deception. Pay attention to these feelings. They are not coincidences. Spirit is sharpening your discernment because after this blood moon, new opportunities and new people will cross your path. And you must know who is aligned with your destiny and who is not. The energy you feel in your body is a signal. Trust it. Another trigger you may experience is the resurfacing of memories and karmic cycles you thought were behind you. Past relationships, old wounds, and painful moments from your childhood or previous seasons may come flooding back. This is not punishment, it is purging. Spirit is pulling these memories out of the shadows so they can finally be healed. The blood moon is like a spiritual cleansing fire, and it is showing you the roots of pain and trauma so that you can release them once and for all. Do not run from this process. Face it with courage. These moments hold the keys to your spiritual breakthrough. Finally, watch for signs in the physical realm. Feathers, coins, repeating numbers, animals crossing your path, sudden chills, or even unexpected power outages are all signals that Spirit is near, guiding and protecting you. These synchronicities are not to be dismissed. They are confirmations that you are walking in alignment and being prepared for something far greater than what your eyes can see. Spirit is surrounding you, marking you, and preparing you for this divine eclipse portal. This is why solitude is non-negotiable. The blood moon is not just an astrological event, It is a spiritual detox portal, pulling up everything in your energy field that no longer serves your highest calling. If you are constantly surrounded by noise, you will not have the clarity to process these shifts. Think of these days as a spiritual fast, a sacred separation where spirit is rewiring your energy and rewriting your destiny. You cannot receive this recalibration in chaos. Solitude is the operating table where spirit performs miracles. The collective energy will feel chaotic. Many people will experience emotional outbursts, irrational behavior, and spiritual agitation because they are not prepared for this energetic intensity. As a chosen one, you are not meant to absorb this chaos. You are meant to rise above it. Solitude is your shield, your divine insulation from the collective storm. While the world is buzzing with confusion, your soul will be anchored in peace because you obeyed the call to be alone. This separation will protect you from spiritual warfare meant to distract and weaken you. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is a weapon. During this eclipse, Spirit is asking you to sit in stillness because there are codes, messages, and healing frequencies being poured directly into your spirit. These can only be received when you quiet your mind. Silence clears the static from your spiritual channel so that you can hear God's voice clearly. The chosen must master the power of silence, not as a punishment, but as a strategy. In this silence, you will be strengthened for what's ahead. Solitude also creates space for divine downloads. The blood moon will be like a spiritual Wi-Fi connection, transmitting visions, instructions, and revelations. These downloads are not random thoughts. They are keys to your next level. Spirit is preparing you for assignments, divine partnerships, and opportunities that require precision. You cannot afford to miss these instructions because you were distracted. Solitude is where Spirit writes the next chapter of your destiny, directly onto your soul. More than anything, solitude is about intimacy with the divine. This eclipse is not about fear. It is about alignment. Spirit is calling you to a secret place, away from the noise, so that you can encounter God, Source, or Spirit in a deeper way. These days of separation are an initiation, a test of obedience and trust. You are being asked to step away from the world so that heaven can step closer to you. Here is how to prepare yourself practically for these sacred days. Start with fasting, even if it's just for a few hours or from certain foods or media. Fasting creates spiritual clarity and sharpens your discernment. Pair it with intentional prayer and meditation. Speak out loud over your life, declaring protection and guidance. Create a sacred space in your home with candles, crystals, or meaningful spiritual items that help you feel connected to Spirit. Cleanse your energy field and your environment. Use herbs like sage, Palo Santo, or frankincense to purify your home. Take salt baths to cleanse your aura and release negative energy. Keep a journal nearby to write down every dream, every vision, every whisper you receive in meditation. These insights will guide you after the eclipse passes. Stay away from distractions, drama, and crowded spaces during these days. The energy of this eclipse will amplify everything, and being in chaotic environments will overwhelm your spirit. Turn off unnecessary notifications, limit conversations that drain you, and honor your need for peace. This is your spiritual retreat. Finally, spend intentional time connecting with your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels. Light a candle, speak their names, and invite their wisdom. The veil between worlds will be thinner than ever during this eclipse, making it easier for divine messages to come through. This is a sacred window of guidance and protection. Use it wisely. When the blood moon rises, the world may feel louder than ever, but Spirit is asking you to be still. Alone, you will hear the truth. Alone, you will receive your next assignment, and alone, you will rise. This eclipse is not here to scare you. It is here to prepare you. It is a divine mirror, a doorway, and a test. You are being called to step into the secret place, to lay down distractions, and to choose stillness over noise. Trust this call, obey this nudge. For those who honor these days with reverence, clarity, and elevation await on the other side. The blood moon will pass, but what it awakens in you will remain forever. Chosen one, this is your moment. Step away, go within. and watch what spirit reveals when you answer the call to be alone.